Hello students, I hope you all are doing good. Today we are going to read chapter 3, Fibers to Fabric, part 1. This will include the following topics: what are fibers, types of fibers, animal fibers, and animal yielding wool. Let's start. What is fiber? So, fiber is a material which is available in form of thin and continuous strand that is called fiber. That means a fiber is a thread-like material which is thin and is continuous. That means it is long. It is not broken into pieces, but it is a continuous strand or thread-like structure or material which is used to make clothes. So there are basically two types of fibers. First is natural fiber and the second is man-made fiber or synthetic fiber. So we divide fibers into two broad categories. Number 1, natural fiber, and number 2, man-made or synthetic fiber. Now let's discuss the types of fibers. Number 1 is natural fiber. So any fiber which is obtained from plants and animals is called natural fiber. That means the fiber which is obtained from a natural source or a living creature, that is known as fibers. For example, cotton, jute, silk and wool. So you see, every fiber that is described under natural fiber is obtained from plant or animal. For example, cotton is obtained from cotton plant and silk is obtained from an animal that is known as silkworm. So the source of the fiber is natural, therefore it is called natural fiber. Second category is man-made fiber or artificial fiber. So these fiber are not obtained from any natural source, but they are synthesized in laboratory or factories. They are called man-made fiber. For example, nylon, acrylic, terylene, terrycotton, polyester, etc. There are some advantages of man-made fibers because they are synthesized in factories. They are cheaper, they are stronger, and they do not exploit natural resources. So we make man-made fibers. Synthetic fibers has some amazing properties. Like, synthetic fiber is quite strong. It is wrinkle resistance, means that does not creases easily as in case of cotton, and it is quick drying. That means it takes less time to dry. So these materials are used in making different types of clothes like neckties, sails, sweaters, shawls, carpets, blankets, etc. They are also used in making boats and skating boards, etc. Why? Because these fibers are really strong. We cannot use cotton to make boat, right? But we can use synthetic material to make boats and even skating boards. That means they are very strong. Now, to classify natural fibers, we divide natural fibers in two categories. Number 1 is plant fibers, that is, the fibers which are obtained from plants are called plant fibers, for cotton, jute and flax. And number 2 is animal fibers, that means the fibers which are obtained from animals are called animal fibers. For example, silk and wool. In this chapter, we will discuss mainly about silk and wool. Now, the common plant fibers which we discussed are cotton and jute. You all might be familiar with cotton. The cotton is obtained from the flower of cotton plant, and jute fiber is obtained from the stem of jute plant. Now, the animal fibers which are very common are wool and silk. Wool, you are all familiar. Wool is used to make sweaters and shawls. Now we see the image of sheep. The sheep, as you all might know, that sheep is the most common animal that is used to obtain wool from. This is goat. And as you can see that this goat has long hair, so the hair are also used to make wool. Yak, the yak hair are also used to make wool. Camel is also used. This is llama and it is also used to make wool. Here is alpaca, and different kind of varieties of wool are obtained from different kind of animal that are used in making different kind of objects. So here you can see an image of silkworm. This is an insect which is used to make silk. Now let us discuss wool. So the wool is obtained from the fleece of sheep, goat, camel, rabbit and other animals which has got hair on its body. So what is fleece? The fleece is the hair or the hairy coat of the animal. The animals have a thick coat of hair on their bodies because the hair traps air and air is a poor conductor of heat. So the hair keeps the body of the animals warm. As majority of the animals which we are using to obtain wool are found in mountainous region or hilly region, so they have to keep their body warm, so they have a thick coat of hair on their bodies which keeps them warm and protects them from harsh cold. For obtaining wool, the animals or the sheep or whatever animal we are using for obtaining wool are reared or raised by the farmers, and their hair is cut and processed into wool, which we will learn in the later section of this chapter. And the hair is cut in the summer season where there is no harsh cold climate. The animals that have fleece on their body are called wool bearing animals because ultimately we obtain wool from the fleece of these animals. Now understand this, that there are two types of body hair on the body of any animal like sheep, goat, etc. The two types of hair are coarse hair, that means rough hair, which are found in the beard area, and the other one is the fine soft under hair, which is basically used to obtain wool. And this fine soft hair which is found close in the skin in such animals are called fleece. So the animals which have fleece on their body are called wool bearing animals. Now, many breeds of sheep are found in India which provide us different variety of wool. The sheep gives us milk and meat in addition to wool, but they are mainly reared to obtain wool in different parts of the world. Sheep wool is the most common wool, as we all know. So another kind of animals which are obtained wool are Angora goats of Jammu and Kashmir. The Angora wool is very soft wool and it is used to make shawls. And Angora goats are found in hilly regions such as Jammu Kashmir. Pashmina wool, which is used to make pashmina shawls which are very delicate and very warm, is obtained from pashmina goats, which is again found in Kashmir region. Yak wool is obtained commonly in Tibet and Ladakh region. Alpaca and llama are found in South America and they also gives us wool. Camel hair is also used as wool. There is a table given in your NCERT book. Refer that table which has different kind of animals and different kind of wool that is obtained from those animals and the quality of those wools. So do one homework, make that chart in your notebook or rough pages wherever you are doing your homework. that's it for today. In the next part of this chapter, we will study all about wool, how the sheep are reared, how wool is processed, and how the wool that you see finally is obtained from the fleece of those sheep. Until then, study this part. Thank you.